If you've been planning a studio for years, you do not have a soundproofing problem, you have a decision problem. I see the same 5 problems over and over again while I'm doing my job as a soundproof home recording studio designer. And if you are dealing with some of these problems, this video might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to help you a ton with getting clarity on what you need to do to make your dream a reality and finally build your home recording studio. Let's dive in. Reason number 1, I need to save more money. Here's the truth. A lot of times people think that they can just add up all the lumber for their studio build, get the total budget, and feel comfortable that they can move forward. But the actual truth is you don't really know how much lumber you need in the first place. Here's the hard truth. Every studio is waiting for a budget that will never feel safe. A lot of people I talk to say they need to just save more money or potentially increase their budget a little bit. But the truth of the matter is they don't know what they're saving up to. They don't know what enough is. What is the final point when you said, we have the plan, let's execute and build this thing? What I often do is set a precise budget based on my experience. I know exactly what the ballpark number is for, say, building in a basement or a garage or in your backyard, and I help guide my clients to that end goal, help them get a realistic budget, but most importantly, figure out exactly when the design is finished and when we're ready to go into building. And there's no more questions, there's no more guesswork. We know the budget, we have an estimate, and we know our little extra 30% overrun that's really important, and then we can start building our studio. And here's another uncomfortable truth. Even when the money shows up, something magically always jumps ahead of it, which leads me into reason number 2, which is that other home projects always have to come first. I know, right? I'm actually feeling this in my own life right now, where we just moved into a new house. This is very common of many of you. And suddenly you and your partner are like, okay, we need to fix this, we need to fix this, we need to fix this. Here's the uncomfortable hard truth. What you fund first reveals what you actually value. Let that sink in for a second, because this is important. I need to take this advice for myself. The truth of the matter is, there will always be more money that needs to be thrown at your house. It'll never end. You and your partner, your spouse can talk about it day in and day out. It'll go on until you sell the house. But at some point, you need to be realistic with yourself and know that if the studio is important to you, and if your partner believes it's important to you, then you both owe it to yourself to make it a priority, not secondary, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th down the line. Because before you know it, you've remodeled your kitchen, you've finished off your entire basement, but you still have not built your studio, and a decade has passed. But there's another problem. Even when people do take the time to carve out enough of a budget, and then they get their priorities straight and decide to, actually build this thing, they still don't move. Which leads me to my 3rd reason people never build their studios. They keep tweaking the design. Yup, we all have been there, myself included. Endless tweaking that design and thinking, okay, I'm not procrastinating, I'm actually doing work. Well, the truth is, we both know that you are in fact procrastinating. Here's the hard truth. You're not tweaking the design. You're making it so you don't have to lock yourself into reality. Again, I'm going to let that sink in for a second because it's so true. When we design, we love the idea of an endless option canvas, But one of the things I've learned as a designer is that one of the great values we provide is being outside the perspective of you, the client, and being able to say, this is it. This is the finished product. This is what we're going to build, and there's no more changes that are going to happen. That right there is way more valuable than many people realize. And underneath all of this is a quieter fear that many people don't like to admit. And that brings me to reason number 4. You're afraid it won't actually work. even if you do all this design tweaking and research and you get your idea fully fleshed out, deep in the back of your mind, you probably don't have the confidence that this thing will actually be soundproof. Will it block the sound of your drums from your neighbors? Will it block the sound of your speakers from traveling up into the house above you and bothering your wife and kids? Will it actually block the sound of your subwoofer bass when it's blasting at full volume in your backyard from getting the police called? There is a ton of money that goes into these projects, and if it doesn't work, it was all for nothing. Here's the hard truth. Many people would rather live with the fantasy of the studio than the hard truth of it actually being built and having to face reality. So instead of deciding, they keep researching, which brings me to my fifth reason studios never get built. Similar to the endless design tweaking, researching can help you feel like you're also on that track of doing something that's actually moving you forward, keeping momentum in the process. But the reality is that, especially in our world of endless information with AI and forums and blog articles and YouTube videos and books, you can literally research forever. You could never stop researching. You could keep learning new, cool, interesting facts about soundproofing and room acoustics and acoustic treatment, but you'll never get to that final point that I've been hammering home this whole video, which is the decision-making process, making a decision and committing. Here's the hard truth. Researching becomes a hobby when it's no longer upholding a decision. So if your researching is not leading to a decision, it's just wasting time. So here's the important point. This video was a little serious. It's not my typical style, but I really wanted to make it because it's super important. For those of you who are still watching, it means this hit home for you. So what is the solution? The solution is that you need to get to the point in your project where somebody makes that decisive decision, says, here's the plan, let's go, let's build the thing. That is something I can potentially help you with. The truth is, our work isn't really about the materials or the techniques. Yes, obviously we do that, but ultimately what people hire us for is the ability to guide the process, make you commit to a design, and then make you feel good about that commitment, knowing 100% that it's going to work, and feeling like you got the studio you always dreamed of. If you're feeling like you're ready to make that real decision, I offer a free Soundproof clarity call. This is not a sales pitch. It's literally a 30-minute call where I want to talk to you and see if we're potentially a good fit with working together. If not, no problem at all. I will say this call is not for people that are still in research mode or are heavily focused on doing it all yourself. This is for serious people that are interested in getting that valuable help to push them across the finish line and actually build their studio. If that sounds like you, you can sign up for a call right away at our website at soundproofyourstudio.com/step1, or just click on the I want some construction plans button on the website directly at soundproofyourstudio.com. All right, I hope this video was helpful for the right people that watched it or listened to it on our podcast. Thanks so much for being here. There's new videos and podcasts now every week, twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, something new we're trying in 2026. I look forward to seeing you again for the next lesson on soundproofing and room acoustics. I'll see y'all later.